Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Will, Flawless Exotic Creations, coming to you guys with another video. This week, we're going to be in this rodent operation, show you a few things as far as what we have going on, a few mishaps of ours as far as recording wise, but these guys have been really, I don't want to say profitable, but I guess it is profitable in a different sense. We don't sell rodents at all, but we've been running 1.2 in these guys. These are the 10 series ARS tubs deep. We have 40 of these tubs. We built this thing. It's been awesome so far. It's been bulletproof for us. The bottom shelf or bottom row is 10 tubs of ARS 10 series regular, which house most of our mice. So we have 10 tubs of mice. Our process is when we have fresh hatchlings, if we offer them every single time hopper mice. That's been really working well for us to do it that way, and then we move them to rat pups pretty much as soon as possible. Normally that's going right around 4 or 5 weeks of consistent once a week feeding off hopper mice. So we end up running into abundance of mice because we don't, keep them on mice. We get them switched over to pups. Pups tend to be expensive when we're buying them. So our smalls, we get them at a really good rate. Pups, we get those at a good rate too, but you tend to, every female you have breeding, you're gonna probably hatch out, I don't know, six to over 10 eggs. So then you're gonna have to feed those babies until you decide that you're keeping them, and you're gonna have to continue to feed them, or you're selling them and you still got to continue to feed them until they sell. This is very important getting started, to make sure that your budget has that threshold in there to be able to contain and maintain your collection as well as sellable babies during up times, bad times, adjustment times, the whole 9 yards. It can really make or break you. We currently budget our rodent purchasing every year. Our budget for rodents is $15,000 a year for a collection our size, and that would be strictly applied to buying rodents for everything every single week, and not growing pretty much more than where we are. So we're roughly 240, 250 including babies and breeders, and with that $15,000 budget we can pretty much feed that collection pretty much all year. We started building this, which was a lot more expensive than what we're going to get into, because we wanted to be able to at least produce pups for our babies. It was very easy and scary at the same time, because the rodents we're doing out of our home. This is inside our garage. We have a good sized garage, but we have very sensitive noses, and we don't want to be smelling rodents at all. I don't know if you guys have got these two products. We put them on our Instagram, we put them on YouTube showing them off. If you guys are interested in breeding rodents, if you guys are currently breeding rodents, if you guys just want to get rid of the smell, please give these two products a try. They're extremely cheap. It's a game changer for us. Thing is though, we don't know, and we're not going to give it a try. We don't know how it really smells without using these products, because we use these products from the door. We have very high ceilings in here in this garage. We already was thinking like, okay, well, when we built this, we're going to cut a 10-inch hole in the ceiling. We're going to extend tubing up top. We're going to get an exhaust fan, pull the exhaust up through the roof, exhaust it through the roof. We were thinking of all these plans, and even during the hottest weeks of the summer, it's still not, reeking of rodents, which is extremely surprising to us. So, plus we keep them really clean. You guys also have to remember, we want to make sure that we're being completely transparent with you guys. We don't want to make it seem like, oh, this stuff is just easy. It took hours on hours to build this. I blueprinted this thing, and hours on hours. Yes, it's wood, but comparatively to the ARS rodent rack, you figure we have 50 tubs here. Even if we get rid of the mice tubs and say don't use them, then we have 40 tubs here on the ARS 10 series tubs, which is a smaller tub, but we have 40 tubs. We also have 40 additional tubs, which helps when we go into cleaning. And for everything, wood included, tubs included, we're right at $1,300. But the crazy thing about that, of the $1,300, $1,000 is tubs. All the other, $300 were literally racks and hosing, tubing. So essentially, for what it would have cost us to get an actual rack here, we'd end up, paying a lot more, pretty much damn near double. So this was really, really awesome. It was extremely complex for me. I'm very, very handy, but my OCD and I'm a perfectionist and everything else, so it ends up driving me nuts. So that spins us off into what's going on now. So if I bring this over, what do we have here? So we have the framework, okay? At the bottom, it's all kind of all put together at the bottom. It's secured. We're going to measure as we continue to climb up with the levels. We're going to extend the program a little bit more. We've ordering casters for this bad boy. We're actually building 4 of these. These will carry your traditional cement mixing tubs. We were thinking about doing the ARS 5540s, but then ran into the situation we was going to use the FB40s too from Rodent Breeding. We're ordering tubs alone. We like the tubs. Ordering tubs alone would have ended up being right at $1,000 just for tubs. Meanwhile, going out and getting the wood, we got all the wood to build these bad boys for $125. So we got all the wood to build basically 4 racks, 7 tubs each rack, 28 tubs. Okay, we're probably gonna be running 1.4 or 1.5 in those tubs. So the wood for all of those was $125. The tubs, if we would have went that route as far as getting the tubs, it would have been $1,000 in just tubs. So we needed to make a better decision. And I'll tell you what was the real, I guess, decision maker for us wasn't even the money. Thankfully enough, we have ARS racks, and we've actually felt and touched them, ARS 5540s. We love them when it comes to the snakes. The rodent is the same tubs without the cup holder in the inside, and this was the game changer for us. Deal breaker, major deal breaker. We also have a 5040 rack for our snakes. We like the material on the 5040 rack a lot better than the 5540. It's more of a durable material, but it doesn't glide as easy. So we know why they made their upgrade. The problem is if you drop a 55 series tub from here to the floor, it's gonna shatter, it's gonna break. If you drop a 5040 series tub on the floor, it's just gonna hit the floor, pick it up, and you're good to go. That was the deal breaker, especially dealing with the kids and knowing that you got to pay shipping to get these tubs here. Now if you break a tub, you can't just order 1 tub. You're going to order 8 to 10 tubs and pay shipping for 8 to 10. It's just a nightmare. So we said we're going to negate that issue and go a different direction. Instead of paying $1,000 for tubs, because we wanted to make sure we have literally 1-to-1, one sitting off to the side to be prepped as well while we're using one. And we went with the cement tubs. So cement tubs, $8 a piece, 56 tubs. So you really, you can't really compare the two price for price. So it's less than basically half the price in tubs, and obviously the cement mixing tubs are really, really durable. I'll grab one. All right, so this is a cement mixing tub. It's huge, pretty deep. I believe it is, just finished cutting on it. It was 27 inches long, I want to say it's 19 and a half across and 6 inches deep. And the best thing about it, drop it, and it doesn't break. I like that. The biggest issue that I've seen online and from people that use these is going to be this hole here. So that's going to be the biggest issue, but that's not an issue either. I'll show you something else. So we have these anchor bolts in my ashy hands and washers. So the washer will keep it from pretty much pulling up through, and we'll put a nut on the opposite side of it. So now we know why people are using these cement mixing tubs. And if that's the only issue that we have to face with it, we'll deal with it and keep moving forward. Pretty much, it's my apologies, guys. I'm gonna send it out there. I get tunnel vision, as you probably can see on the screen now. Yesterday we were out, I had the boys out. They were out there suffering with me. We had actually just killed legs that morning in the gym and came home and literally put some dry shirts on and came out in the driveway and got to work, and pretty much worked all day till the sun went down. We didn't eat, we didn't do much of anything at all but measure, cut, shoot, nail, and it was a really long day, but well worth it. Like I said, like I said, the structure, the base unit, we already done made all 4 of them. We're ready to rock and roll. Oh, let me show you the toppers. Okay, these are the toppers here. Look like little windows, you know. Toppers are all measured out, all ready to rock and roll. You got the feed side, the water side. They're all ready to be stapled up with your hardware cloth. So that's the next step. We have 28 toppers that are all gonna have to be stapled. We'll do that over this weekend and start putting the guides, which are the rails for the tubs, in, and this should be pretty much all together minus hosing, tubing, water supply and stuff like that. It should all be together this weekend, and the following week we should be able to get our tubing in and installed and it be functional. And we start moving out some of our grow outs into it and start growing those bad boys out and gaining more production. So things are gonna be huge. We're basically taking our production of what we do now and we're about to triple, almost quadruple our keeping. So the name of the game for us, what are we doing? Will we be selling rodents at that point? Nope. We're gonna keep pretty much all of it for ourselves for the moment. Our needs have to be primary, and we're blessed to have Carolina Rodents backing us this entire time, helping us every bit of the way. Where for us, we always looking to give back. So if we have like literally an abundance of rodents, rats, mice, and everything running around, probably just gonna give them to him because he's been so helpful to us. We definitely gonna give back. But we doubt we're gonna produce that many. Really doubt it. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Saving, cutting corners and cutting costs the best way possible. That's what we're looking to do. If they're drinking their little water, we got 2 clutches up here, or 2 litters up here, auto rope clutches. So with that being said, at the completion of this task and this order of work, we should be somewhere in the ballpark range of bringing things down from $350 a week to right around $100 a week. And that should include food. It should be lower than that as well, once everything's fully producing. So that's a tremendous cut. We're looking at basically for like $4,800. So we're looking at basically cutting a $10,000 expense, yearly expense down. That could be a $10,000 snake that Audra will kill me over. But gonna do what you gotta do. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully videos like this help you guys out. Total expenses: tubs, wood, screen mesh, everything. Shoot, we're right at $640 for everything. That's absolutely insane. But what it doesn't calculate is your time, your manpower, getting the boys out there helping us and stuff like that, and your drive. You gotta stay focused. Like I said, we didn't have any food or nothing all day, but it was well worth the result. So it's Will, Flaws is Out of Creations. Hope these videos is helping you guys out. At the very minimum is, informing you what we have going on, and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We love you guys, and we are out.